Hello guys, my name is Newton and this is the Wakilisha Christ Show. It's basically a talk show where we are going to handle a couple of topics with the young people. And in studio today, I have some young guys who are going to introduce themselves and then we are going to roll. So let's start here.
Hi guys, I'm Millicent. I'm glad to be here.
My name is Carlton Whitey and I'm a born-again Christian and I love the Lord and it's a pleasure to be here.
Hello guys, I'm Anjiro Jacqueline.
Hello guys, I'm Kivo.
Hello guys, my name is Caroline Gena. It's nice to be here.
Welcome guys. Now there is a very interesting topic that I want us to handle. Now I'm sure hii ni kitu probably may experience huko nje. Something to do with peer pressure. So maybe tunaweza anza. I need to know from you guys, what do you think peer pressure is? Maybe Millie, what do you think peer pressure is?
For me, peer pressure is a basic term mainly used in the societies that you are living in, or in the generation that you are living in. But look at the bigger picture, or to look at the deeper meaning of it. Peer pressure is just basically trying to fit in to something you are not qualifying to. You are to qualify for the next time, but you are not yet qualified for now. So for me, what I would say is that trying to fit in to a place that you are not qualified in. Yeah.
Very interesting. Kevin, do you agree with that? What do you think peer pressure is?
Yeah, I'll agree with my sister there. When my definition would be like peer pressure is just moving with the move of the crowd without you seeing making that firm decision, like you're doing something because the others are doing. That's how I take peer pressure to be.
Interesting. Carlton, what are your thoughts? Peer pressure ni nini story?
First of all, nita explain pressure ni nini. Kwanza, pressure is about all the force. Tukiingia kwa masomo, tukiingia physics, pressure is the force that compels, or the force applied. Unaona, na peer is your friends, our friends, all those people, our age mates. Na tukicombine, it's a peer pressure. It's a force, it's something that huwa ina happen with our peers, ili wanatu force, inatufanya tukue forced to do something for them, to ingie in a certain situation, ili kuwafurahisha something. It's like the pressure, your force inakucompel ili wafuate, something like that.
Okay, nice. So maybe Jackie, talk to us about peer pressure. Una understanding of peer pressure?
Okay, for me, peer pressure is like, it is that force that for us young people, but not normally, but for many people say young people, we get into a group of people doing what you want to see. Yeah, I'm doing like them. Okay, I'm not kupata hiyo high level.
All right. Maybe to finish up with Carol. Peer pressure ni nini kwako?
For me, peer pressure is the influence that people of the same age tend to influence each other to do something of this.
Now you brought something ambayo ni very interesting. So does that mean pia wazazi wetu tunaweza sema pia wao wanasumbuliwa na peer pressure? Do you think they also experience the same kind of pressure? Maybe tuendelee tu na kwako Carol.
Yes, our parents can also influence each other. But our parents wakona that distinction of knowing what is right and what is wrong. So most of them tend to follow the positive peer pressure in order for us to emulate them.
Good stuff. Now peer pressure, do you guys think is good ama yote inakuwaga tu ni mbaya? Is it some animal that we really need to resist? Ama there is a bit of peer pressure ambayo ni poa? Carlton, what do you think?
For me, I think that actually peer pressure, there is the negative side and there's the positive side. Meaning that there's a positive peer pressure and there's a negative peer pressure. Ukiangalia in the negative peer pressure, unaweza ukiangalia drugs and substance, vitu kama hizo. Your friends wanaku-influence uwafuate na drugs and substance, unaona, immorality, unaona, especially in the sexual parts. Ndio ukiangalia in that perspective, unaangalia there's a negative peer pressure. And nikisema positive peer pressure, kunayo sana mimi it's an experience nime happen shule. Ukiangalia mi sikuwa mtu yani focused vile, especially in my form 1 form 2, but there's a friend, my peer, alikuja akaniambia Carlton, unafaa kusoma in order I may succeed in life. Akanianza kunionyesha the importance of reading and learning, which was very impactful. So I can say there is a positive peer pressure and there's a negative peer pressure.
Kevin, nikuje kwako, kuna kitu ushaijipata kwa situation yenye mtu anatry kukuinfluence negatively? Have you ever had such an experience?
Okay, take peer pressure is natural. So everybody who is there outside there living anaweza kuwa subjected to peer pressure. I don't know if you've ever seen wazazi wanataka kuishi maisha wazazi wengine wanaishi, like you're doing something for your children because another parent is doing the same. So peer pressure iko natural. So as for me, nimejipata kwa state kama hiyo, but I'll say because I'm not one person who I'm not very social, because maisha yangu ya utotoni imekuwa like sikuwa very friendly, unacheki, sikuwa na marafiki wengi, so my social life haiko very strong. So me, I'm that one person who stand with my thoughts. Nasema this is my decision, me na stand up na this decision, this is what I believe in. So me to move with the crowd is not very easy, but obviously kwa kila msee who unakuanga normal, you find your friends, and because you don't want to lose them, unafanya kinyi wanafanya. But ukuwa ni mse unajinao, mse anajisikia kwa mind, you'll be at that position to say, unajua yeye ni beshte yangu, but ikifika hapa I have my own boundaries. So I think that is it. So me nimepitia, but I have to be assertive. I know my life. I know myself better.
Let me come to you, Carol. How do we get pressured? What are some of the ways ambazo you would say we fall into peer pressure?
Okay, you can fall into peer pressure when you want to fit in something that you really are not. I can be someone who likes taking drugs, but you do not like it. But in order for you to get where I am, you want to fit in. But that does not make sense, because you'll not be real, but I'll be real. Me napenda drugs and everything, but you will not be. So itakuwa utatrap into that force, ndivyo utake kukua kama mimi, but you cannot be.
How about you, Millie? Ni issues gani unaonanga zinasumbua youths hadi wana fall into peer pressure?
One of the issues ni financial breakthrough or lack of finances. You know, when I lack money and nataka kuwa na luku fiti, lazima ni try kuwa kaa kepo, ama ni try kuwa kaa jemo, ama maybe ni try kuwa like another person out there. Mini because nataka kuwa that rich, that, you know, ni kuwa ule mse cool kid, lazima nifanye vitu wewe ufanyanga. Na vitu wewe ufanyanga ni vitu za theft and all that. Ndio apate venye yeye utaka kuwa. Yeah.
Jackie, what do you think? Ni nini hizi zenye zinasumbuaga watu hadi wana fall into peer pressure?
Okay, the thing that trouble people a lot is you want to be like the other person. Hiyo kitu ndio hu trouble mtu sana, because like ukiona tuseme msee akiingia kwa hii group, kwa hii rende, anataka kuwa na hii, kwa hii, say even me too, I want to be like them, so unajipata tu ushaingia. That hiyo inakuwa tu commonly for young people though, but acha niseme tu rare kwa mapero, cause wao wanakuanga wanajua ku differentiate vitu, they know the right thing, the wrong thing. Yeah.
One of the most interesting things naonaga na most parents, unapatanga wakikuadvise wanakuambiaga si ukuweka so and so wakina nani. How do you think sisi kama the young guys, how do we need to take it? Is it something good, ama ukianza kuwekwa kwa comparison it makes you feel bad about yourself? Maybe Carlton, talk to me about it.
For me, I hate comparison actually. Me spinning comparison, but unaonanga some parents actually, mitasema some parents, because tumesema it's a peer pressure and they are peers, so unaona wako the same league, unaona they are the same peers, unaona the same age, unaona, so they feel bad at some point, unaona they like, I want you Carlton to become like jemo pale unataka ukue kaa yeye. Unaona, I think wanakuanga pressured in a kind of way. Sitaki kusema ikue envy, lakini unaona, I think wanakuanga pressured in a kind of way. Wanakuanga pressured, they are like, I want you Carlton to become like James because anapita exam, unaona, akona hivi, anaenda church, unaona. And at that point ukiambia ukiseme jemo ambiwe, kuna point anafika, I'm like, why? Unaona, unajiuliza why, unaona. Because some of us young people, we hate comparison. Actually, we hate comparison because we feel that pressure. Why does my mom or my dad anataka nikae hivi? Why does he or she wants me to be like him or her? Anataka, yani, mom, dad, I'm unique in my own way. I know, yes, I will obey you, but please. Something like that.
Interesting. Karo, maybe nikuje kwako. Anytime ukisikia msee akikwambia nataka ukue kasu and so, I'm sure maybe umewahi kuisikia ama somebody venye amebehave ni kama anatry kukupush in a certain direction. How did it make you feel?
For it lowered my self-esteem. Juu niliona ni kama mimi sifai kuwa vile niko. Like I have to emulate him in order for people to see me. So that is why I felt so low. Juu anataka nikuwe vile yeye anataka, si vile mimi niko. Hiyo ilinimaliza vibaya sana.
Maybe another question that I would like to pose to us. Can we or are we in a position to be able to resist peer pressure? Do you think tunaweza resist peer pressure? Ama inakaa tu kukuja? Kevin, talk to me.
Okay, thank you. So, wacha nibonge na this level, like, okay, peer pressure can venye nilisema nikianza, it's a natural thing. Ni kitu kwa existing with your will or not. And everything that exists, mimi najuanga everything that is a problem has a solution. Na hii world hakunanga venye ati kuna stuff zenye hazina solution. Every equation of life has its own solution. So mimi nitasema peer pressure iko na solution yake. And maybe tuseme, you know, if I know my life, if I know me, if I understand me better, I get to be in a position of knowing what I want in life, what I don't want, what people want in me, and what I want about myself. So if I know those four things, I'll be at a position to say like, Mr. Fanya hii stuff kwa joto nafanya, or I'll do this even if nobody is doing it. You know, ukifanya vitu expecting people to appreciate you, it's very rare. Do you know people only appreciate your success, but they will not appreciate the process? And I always say that when you unaka your life, that travel, that kajani that you're moving, unajua you are going, unapata kuna hao mabishi wanatoka hivi, it's a process. Wewe kufika who you are or who you want to be, it's a process. And along the process you have to know what you want. So me understand na as peer pressure have a solution. Has a solution. Unaweza choose to stand on your ground useme hii stuff sifanyi. Ama useme hii stuff nafanya. At least influence other people to do what you're doing. Don't always be carried away by what people are doing. Naweza sema mimi nitasimama na msimamo yangu, and because of my farm foundation unapata kuna wasenda influence. Wasi wanasema msee anakuwa na msimamo. Msee anajua kwenye anaenda. But wewe ukikuwa kila msee unaenda tu, you know, a tree moves by the direction of the wind. Hiyo kitu hata no matter how strong the roots are, inakuwa tu hivi. Ikipelekwa hivi, when it is so strong, the wind is so strong, unapata imevunjika. Those are people who are like watu wako wana influence na peer pressure. They move at any direction, but they can choose to stand firm. Waseme enyewe skatai nyine mabeshte, but at least you have to appreciate who I am. I don't have to do things because you're doing. If you want to do it, but don't force me to do it. So iko na solution. Yeah.
Fantastic. Mili, ukiangalia zile trends ziko currently, kuna trends za kuvaa, maybe trends za kuenda these funky places. How in yourself unaweza ngaje ku resist kutoka hii peer pressure?
One thing nasikianga, roho inakulanga biscuit. So no way no way ati naweza taka kula hiyo stuff ni jienjoy na mimi mwenyewe sitaki. Unajua siwezi kula kitu nakula ati juu like ndio tufanane. Hapana. I have my own rules. I have my own principles. And the worst thing that inatusumbua sisi young generation, tuko na principles. Yes. But the problem is following those principles. Tuna make principles zenye hatufuati. Mbona unazimake basi? You're like, you know, mimi kama Mili niko na principles za kwangu. You know, I don't do this, I don't do this. Then why aren't you following them? Because the moment unaniambia you are not following them, and yet nikikwambia hivyo utafuata. You get? Make principles that you are able to follow. Yeah.
Very nice. Jackie, nikuje kwako. How are you able to resist from ile peer pressure yenye your peers, the young guys, mabeshte zako? Maybe wakikuja wakwambie mwende clubbing ama that kind of a thing. How are you able to resist?
Okay, for me, first and foremost, acha tu nikue realistic true. Inakuwa tu kwa wazazi. Sema, oh, mama taniuliza, oh, siji. Inakuanga by the way, percentage ya cut off peer pressure. Tuseme hiyo stuff ya kwenda bash. Sasa tuseme ukiona idhaa time hapana mzazi ajitikia. So at least hiyo inaweza cut off. Yeah.
You see, anytime say akikuja na a way of life that they wish to impose on you, you always have a choice to say no. Na the biggest thing ambayo yenye uko nayo as a person is the ability to say no. The world that we live in iko na watu wengi sana ambao they are just yes people. So ukiona India kitu yenye ina trend, everybody jumps on the ship. Na sometimes unaruka kwa ship yenye possibly we mwenye hau understand nini ina happen. Only later you come to realize that umekuwa ukienda the wrong way. So guys, there is a chance, there is for us to actually say no to some of these things. However, like we started by saying, peer pressure it's not always bad. For instance, kuna times unaweza pata msee amekuja amekwambia tuingie gym. And from hapo una get to learn kumbe unaweza exercise and you can be a better person than you are. But most of the times ile peer pressure yenye kwa industry or rather in the world that we are living in, people are always trying to pull you kwa vitu zenye ziko wrong na vitu zenye haziko zinakatana na like she said your principles. But when you have a principle rather and you are able to stand, then hizo vitu zote hazitawahi kusukuma tu akona. Now my last question is, can we eliminate peer pressure? Do you think tunaweza eliminate ama it's here with us to stay? Na tujipange tuishi nayo. Caro, talk to me.
Eliminating will be according to your choices. If you make your choice, useme no, peer pressure haitanibeba. That is the negative peer pressure, haitanibeba. It will not. Ukiamua, you'll stand by your words and nothing can come against your words. So you have to choose where to follow, what will lead you to a better future. Yeah.
How about you, Carlton? Unaona aje tunawezana ama hii kitu imetulemea?
First of all, I will second what Caro has said. Nitaenda hadi kwa word because nisema niko born again. Nitaenda kwa word. Word ya God ametuambia in Deuteronomy, ametuambia that I've given you free will to choose whatever you want. Unaona? Juu tumesema peer pressure, it's about all, yani as peers tunakuwa, yani tuna influenceiwa with the other peers. Tunakuanga yani na hiyo pressure ya I want to fit in a certain group. I want to fit in a certain kind of friends. Unataka ku fit in. Lakini word ya God ametuambia that I've given you free will to choose whatever you want. So in whatever you do in this peer pressure, I'll second what Caro amesema that you must choose what you want. Tumeongea about principles. Unafaa kuwa na principles zako and what you follow. And me as a second na niseme principles zetu zinafaa kuwa za God. Juu ukiangalia life ya Daniel, ukiangalia life ya na friends wake Shadrach, Meshach na Abednego, walikuwa at a point that they were pressured to bow down unto an idol. sindio? They were yani wamepushiwa into a corner by the king. Unaona? Hiyo mimi naweza sema it was a pressure, because ukiangalia kila mtu, everyone, when the trumpets blew and everything blew, and every musical instruments blew, kila mtu alibow down. You see? Kila mtu akabow down. Kama we ni mtu umesema you have your principles, I know what I want, I know what I believe in, unaona, you won't bow unto that pressure, unaona, uta stand out na useme no, unaona, vinye tu ili blow up, the instruments zilichezwa, Shadrach, Meshach na Abednego walisimama wakasema we won't bow unto this idol. Hata kama everyone will bow, we do not care what people will say unto our life, because sana as young people and other people, what we care about what other people will say unto our lives. Unaona, unajiuliza what will they say, what unapigana na hiyo mawazo, unajiuliza what will they say unto my life, what will they comment, unajua what will they, yani watatufanya nini, watanifanyia nini kama I won't join them. Unaona, unakuwa in that a moment of pressure, but Mungu ametuambia I didn't call you many but I call you as one. Unaona, you are called as one. Unaona, in amongst even the peer pressure, I still called you as one. Amen.
Fantastic. So, guys, we've come to the end of our talk show today. But before these guys leave, nataka tu kila mmoja yenu anipatie a parting shot regarding this stuff about peer pressure. Anything that you'd like the viewer aende nayo home. Tukianzia hapa kwako.
For me naweza sema, you know, we are young people na tunaangalianga the young people tuenda vile tunaweza kaa. But for me naweza waambia, do not let people look down on you because you are young, but set an example for the believers and for the young people in faith, in conduct, in purity, and in balance. Yeah, and also that thing of trying to fit in, peer pressure, trying to fit into something. You know, hiyo ni kama unaona jacket ya mtoto wa class 1 and unaangalia age yangu the 20 ages, like najibu kufit in that jacket, but siwezi. Wachana jako ya mtoto, live alone with the world, live your life, ishi maisha yako. Pia wadi nasemanga, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be conformed by the transformation of your mind. Enda na wazo ya God, enda tu na vile God na kudirect, pray for the direction, and also seek for you to know your purpose in this life. Because if the purpose of something is not known, it is usually exposed to abuse. And also we pray God to help us unlock the potential that we have. Because us as young people, tuko na potentials mingi sana, ndi venye tujaza kuzirealize. Let us realize our potentials so that we can work on them. Yeah.
Thank you, Carlton.
Thank you, Newton. So for me, I'll tell you that tumeambiwa tuko na positive peer pressure, negative. Nitaenda kwa positive. Remember, in all the pressures kuna kwanga in a positive side. Unaona, we have the positive things that we can do. We as young people tunaweza invite other people, unaona, your friends, your family into the church. That's a positive peer pressure. Unaona, and everything that you do, always be assertive in everything that you do. When your yes is yes, stick with it. When your no is no, stick with it. Because many are called, but few are chosen. That's the word of God. Remember that you are chosen as one. Be real, kuwa real. Stand out. As young as we are, stand out. Thank you.
Jackie.
Okay, for me, what I told the viewers is, kama venye to define pressure in Form 1, that it is a push or a pull, where ukipushiwa into it, just pull out. Then, venye tunasema tu kuambia here with na sister yetu Karo that pressure, peer pressure, unaweza eliminate. Kwangu yes, unaweza eliminate, but for me, tutaishi nayo tu. But you are the one to choose utakaa in a positive and in the negative. And I will urge you that always pull people in a positive pressure. Yeah.
Kevin, your parting shots.
Thank you for that. So let me ask all of you, if you want to buy a phone costing 50,000 and surely you are in need of this phone, hauna phone ingine, and you just need this 50,000, na kama ifiki 50,000 you feel like you're not having a phone. So how much will you sell yourself?
Priceless.
How much? Carlton unajiuza how much? Priceless. So what I'm just trying to say is that don't allow any situation or any circumstance in your life to change your value, because we have to understand our value. We have to know how the worth, the quality that we carry. I get to understand that God did not create us just to exist, just to be moved around by every wave that comes around, or just to associate with these people. You have a value, and everybody hawezi pata saya 300 ikuwe imewekwa pamoja na kasaya 50, because different watches have different values, and watch different value wana watu different. Utapata kuna mse rich atavaa saya kutoka 20k. Kuna mse tuko huku chini tutaona 20k na niko shule. Hiyo value iko so high for me. I'll just buy ya so mbili, ya so tatu, and then you'll be very proud. Utaona indo inanifit at this level. So as we go to different levels, we gain different values, and as we go to different level, we live different people. Tunachanga tu watu huko chini, because as you go up, some people will not go up with you. So utapata that you're leaving them behind. Most of us tunakuanga at that time that we want to have a crowd of people with us. We want to be popular. We want to be those people that ukitokea praise unasikia your name is mentioned. Kevo. Obviously Kevo na Brayo tuko very familiar with people. But unacheki, you want to carry that popularity. Unacheki. So because of that tunapata wase they will just involve in different things. Wanataka, like, your value cannot be measured with drugs. Your value cannot be measured with how much wealth you have. There's a time I was talking with my friend and Kawambia, the background of your parent is the decision they made. The background, how poor or how rich you are is the decision of your parent. But how poor or how rich you will be your own responsibility. So me cannot lose my value only because I want to hold a crowd of people. I have my values. I need to surround myself with people who see the value in me. So if you don't see how precious and how priceless I am, then you don't get to be around me. Let's walk with our own values. Tuache kwanza tunafanya kitu only because other people are doing. Let's stand with our value. Like, I cannot waste my life because I'm precious. I cannot just use my life anyhow because I'm precious. We have a value. Unacheki. So me, I'll tell you, just the young people outside there, let us have a value. Let's stand up for our value. We have a quality. We cannot just be used anyhow. And if you forget about your identity, you forget about your purpose, you can be used just for any other purpose. So tukaina purpose yetu, tukaina value yetu, and then we accept ourselves. Because wase wengi hukosa kujiaccept, ndo huku wanaenda tu na kirindi. Akisema tuende hivi wanaenda. They just like a tree, tossed every direction by the wind. So we be stand in our value, and then tukue firm. And then to say, if anything does not add any value in my life, I don't get to have it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Caro, your final thoughts?
So for me, as young people, let us learn to say yes or no. Let us stand out and let us choose the right people to be with. Let the people we choose make a difference in our lives and better our future. And let us stand out, always stand out, so that others may emulate you and may want you to be their role model.
Thanks again, viewers, for joining us. Indeed, it has been a very edifying chat with these young people, getting to understand what peer pressure is all about. And I know that it has helped you in one way or the other. Make sure you spread the word for guys to watch. And until next time, see you and keep it locked. God bless.